County Board of Elections, regular meeting of the board, Mahoney County Board of Elections is adjourning the board on Monday, August 1st, 2022 at 6 p.m. and set to adjourn after we count the votes on August 2nd, 2022. We will now call the roll.
Ms. Pesta?
Here.
Attorney Beatrice?
Here,
Ms. Barger?
Here.
Mr. Orange?
Here.
we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I take a moment of silence for our nation and for the people in, is it Kentucky?
Kentucky, Tennessee,
That are going through the
West.
flooding.
the virus,
Yeah.
Ukraine.
The chair will now entertain a motion to approve the minutes of July 12, 2022 regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion's been made by Sandy. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Joyce. Any discussion? Would the chairman call the roll?
Ms. Pesta?
Yes.
Attorney Beatrice?
Yes.
Ms. Barger?
Yes.
Mr. Orange?
Yes. The chair will now take a motion to approve the bills and accounts of payment for June and July of 2022.
So moved.
Motion has been made by Joyce, seconded by
I'll second.
Sandra Barger. Any discussion? The chairman will take the roll.
Ms. Pesta?
Yes.
Attorney Beatrice?
Yes.
Ms. Barger?
Yes.
Mr. Orange?
Yes. The chairman's report. The only thing I want to bring up is how's our thing going with our outreach?
So our education and outreach, you have a calendar right underneath your agenda. On the first page in August, there's just one event, but then if you turn the page, you will see that we have
Wow.
6 weeks, 2 speaking engagements a week. We're gonna do safe and secure elections at all of the public libraries. We did work together to coordinate that. We were invited by the League of Women Voters and by the public library, but we will not be co-branding. We will do our advertising, they'll do their advertising. On September 13th, we're gonna have a mock election, and we're gonna move our board meeting to the library on September 13th. So we had contacted you this week about that. So that'll be safe and secure elections. We're gonna add a few.
Anything with the schools or any Rotary clubs or anything like that?
So we do, we have the Ruritan, we're gonna, am I saying it correctly?
You are saying that.
I always say, and then we have a couple Rotaries.
Correct, we have Canto next, we're gonna have Boardman hopefully in September, and the Youngstown hopefully in September as well.
Okay.
And we also have another group that is not on here yet, I just have to solidify, and that'll be, I'm gonna try to do the acronym. We were thinking at school time, when the schools are back in session, we would like to go into the schools and do voters registration and safe and secure elections. We're gonna contact the government teachers, and we're gonna work with YSU as well.
Okay.
So that's our plan.
Do we have, what the materials look like? Are we doing a PowerPoint or how are we doing this?
So the libraries had, some libraries had media and some libraries did not, depending on the library. So we're doing a little bit of both. We are working on fashioning our safe and secure elections. We're trying to make it clear enough and informative enough to engage the public, but trying not to be confusing. So probably you guys will see that. We'll email it to you prior,
Okay.
so you can look it over and vet it and see if you like it. Casey Malone also agreed to come in and vet it. She's been doing a lot of media with us to see if it makes it palatable to the public, so.
Yeah, I think it has to be not too complicated, but at least explain the process and how it works.
Right.
Okay.
In tandem with that, so that's the public outreach speaking engagements, which we'll continue to do, but we are also doing, we did the Did You Knows, which we're gonna show you here today, and we did a couple commercials, and we're getting ready to do Did You Knows on safe and secure elections. So from now until November, it'll all be about safe and secure elections. Prior to that, we did some Did You Knows about what was going on with the 2 primaries, and that's what our commercials were about. Casey and I met, and we're getting ready to do the next leg of the journey, which is safe and secure elections. So you'll have it on social media, and you'll have it in public engagement and speaking. Andy, do you want to show them? Chris is still here, do you?
I was gonna say, we can come back to that because the signal's not working now. I'll go grab Chris in the meantime.
Okay.
We just need the input.
And then, I don't know,
Let me see.
He said use one.
Oh, did he go there?
Yeah.
He's got it set up then.
Yeah, I need to go grab
I feel like I'm missing something, but that's the public outreach and education. Do you have something about that, Tom, or should we do the
talked about
posting?
the Rotors, we talked about the Rotans.
The Kiwanis clubs, all of them.
So I guess while we're talking about that, in tandem with public engagement and outreach, we think that optically trying to prepare ourselves to be streamlined and people to be able to differentiate board member, staff, people who are working the election, and also our posting materials, so what we put on social media, what we say in the public. So while we're waiting, if you want, Susie, you could show them the new posting material.
Okay,
And then
so
we can show you these too.
we had these posted materials for a long time,
Long
time. And this is what they started to look like
Yes.
out there.
Okay, they got pretty bad.
Yeah, so we got new ones. And this is what the new ones are.
Oh, I like that, Susie.
And they come in a bag. And all the bags are location specific. And inside the bags also, we have the shield for the ADA machine.
Oh, good.
And it keeps everything real nice, and when they throw them in the trunks, they don't get all bent up and all broken.
Right.
We had someone came to us last election, and they said that they didn't know if they were in the right precinct, and they didn't see no signs for their precinct. So we made a big sign here that tells them what precincts are in that location. We have the American flag, and then we have all the posting. James and I went through with the Secretary of State just to make sure that we had the correct posting materials that were required. And then on the back here, we stuck a picture of our board members.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
But we would like to, for November, this one's from a meeting, so we would like to have the 4 board members by the table, and then Annie would take it, and then we'll replace this one. And that's it, our posting material.
So
All
they
right,
came out
great.
really nice and
They
clean.
did come out nice, I like it.
I like them too.
Thank you.
I like everything you have in them. on
Thank
them.
you.
All right,
Very
we
nice.
get-
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
Oh, you got HBO Max, I was just watching that.
Outside the
So
building.
then you have to go down. to the
So
one.
how are they going to know that that's a precinct when they drive up to the outside of the
We're
building?
on the HTML.
Well, we had the one where they were,
That's what I.
they walked inside. This is like right as soon as they walk in,
Right.
okay?
Are we ready?
And it'll have all the
Okay,
list.
we're-
We don't have
We're
anything
moving
listed
on from the
outside.
postings.
No.
Oh, Tom, so rough. He's explaining something.
We'll have time for an open comment.
Okay.
So
Along
here's,
with that.
here's the first video for you.
Did you know Ohio's next primary is August 2nd, and you will be voting for state senate, state representative, and state central committee races on this ballot.
That's nice. It's short and sweet.
Did you know voting has started for the August 2nd primary? You can vote in person at the Mahoney County Board of Elections.
These are playing now, right?
Yeah.
Did you know you can request an absentee ballot for the August 2nd primary? Download the form at vote.mahoneycountyoh.gov.
And there's one more.
Did you know you get paid to work the polls for the August 2nd election? Call the Mahoney County Board of Elections, 330-783-2474.
That's a good one.
Like the
I like
dollar
that one.
signs.
The
commercials?
Yeah.
Commercial, yeah, it was good. Commercials too.
Is this another August 2nd one?
Ohio's
This is a
next
commercial,
primary is
yeah.
August 2nd. Voting is underway.
Oh.
Vote. State
I know
races
those
are
people.
on by absentee or on August 2nd. Every vote counts.
That, I like that one
It
very
came out
much.
really well.
Are you gonna do the same thing for November? That's very cute.
If you want it, and actually, having our own group, our own early vote,
Right.
in case you don't know, those were our people that do the work all the time. And so when people came into early vote and saw them, they were super tickled, yeah.
I like that a lot.
So the did you knows that were real short that you saw, those are all on social media, so that we, Instagram, Facebook, and
We could get public, the FCC makes each station set aside so much time, so you should get hold of the stations.
Bob knows the name of that, what is that, Bob?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Well, I wondered about that because you mean just to do the did you knows on there?
You could, if they have an FCC license, they have to set so much time aside for public service announcements, and I know this would qualify for it.
Okay.
You probably should have Eileen look at those right away because they'll start buying for November,
Well,
the
she said it's
candidates.
gonna be, yeah,
We don't buy them, they give them.
They give them to us, yeah, but you still have to have time.
Yeah.
set.
okay.
And I would like to comment on Annie, she's doing a wonderful job on our social media. I think she is
She really
just,
is.
she really is, I mean, it's
You
really.
have
stepped up.
outkicked your coverage.
Yeah.
You are way outperforming what I thought you would do.
Yeah, you really are, I'm so
I
happy,
can't take all of the credit because James Malarkey and I kind of share.
but, okay.
All right, you wanna be humble, that's okay, be humble. I'm never humble.
No, she really, I mean, the two of them, they really are moving our Board of Elections forward into the 21st century. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, we were really happy with the whole campaign, it looks really good.
Yeah, it really does, looks great.
Professional. And then the other thing we did, and you'll see these tomorrow, everybody will be wearing these that's here that's working, and anybody that's off-site that's working and delivering will be wearing the new tags, and they have our Board of Elections seal, so that anybody working on election night is identifiable optically. Anybody walking in the room and say, oh yeah, they're working. So I think you definitely did this before, color coding and different
I
things like
did,
that.
but-
Yeah,
But I like these very much.
yeah, they came out really
Yeah,
nice.
they did. Where'd you
Um,
find these at conference?
These,
Yeah.
no.
So I wanna throw one other idea out to you. As crazy as this sounds.
Go ahead. I
You
love,
have
I
to
love your
work,
idea.
you have to
Jamie.
work with our developers, but for our app, you can do a barcode, and they shoot the barcode and it downloads the app right to their phone. So if someone would look at that
We
for
have
us.
the app, don't we?
No, this is a barcode. You know how you take your
Oh,
camera?
yes, yes, yes,
Like you
yeah.
go into a restaurant, how they don't give you menus now at certain restaurants, and you hit the, you could do the same thing with our app.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, and so we could put it on a web page, we could put it here,
We could start putting it on that.
put it on
I know
there.
what you're talking about. You're talking about the seal so that they go like this, they automatically have our, I got you.
QR code.
It's a
Yeah,
QR
QR
code,
code.
yeah.
Don't we have a QR code?
I think we do.
We do
I
have a
think you
QR
actually-
code.
Well, that should be on that then.
Yeah. We
But it
had
has to be
we had a
touched.
QR code when we developed the app.
Okay, and we should have it up on all of our doors,
Right.
everywhere. Download our app, and we should do some,
Did you
for
know?
some did you knows about our app, okay?
Find out where you vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
You have one that wants to.
All right, moving along. Where's my agenda? Do we have a director's report?
Well, we gave a lot of it, but I can say we're ready for elections tomorrow, we're fully staffed.
How late is the turn?
We predicted 5 to 8, and we're gonna stick to that.
Really?
We had 1,100 people vote early. In comparison, we can do that in a day and a half in the presidential instead of 30 days. And we had a little over 2,000 absentees by mail, so a total of about 3,000 early votes compared to a presidential when we're in the 40s and 50s. And it's really, really light, right? It's really light.
All right. Anything for new business? Any public comments for the good of the order? Well, they tell me here to set meeting dates and times for certification of the post-audit election of the August 2nd primary. Oh, I'm sorry,
I know, you wanted to ignore me. I have some questions about the program that you're doing for safety and,
Safe and secure elections.
right. Is there going to be, is it just going to be like these little mini notes, or is there actually going to be, okay. Do you know when you are going to have that out? And it's going to be at the libraries, is that correct?
Yeah, you could check our website, their website, and I even believe maybe League of Women Voters. There will be a calendar, but
Okay.
it's all of September,
So we're
and
going
it's all of the libraries.
Are you
so-
talking about the material or the dates?
Or both.
Well, both, actually. I
Okay.
mean, will we, at the League of Women, will we be able to put this on 411? That's a website that gives information about the election?
Well, we haven't finalized what we're presenting yet.
Okay,
But these dates you could put on 411,
okay.
okay? we have yet to, as a board, look at what they want to propose. We want to make it simple enough, but yet assuring enough that the people realize that their vote is secure, it's anonymous, outside of if they vote in a primary, that we're not connected to the internet, that temperature gauges are not flipping votes, that the thumb drives are audited by a hard recount, which are then audited by a certain percentage of voters on a hand count. So we just want to tell voters how it's done, because when people see computers, they naturally get suspicious, right? Like, oh, how do I know that, this is actually my votes counting, or it's not being flipped, and that's the thrust of it, is this is how it works, okay? The only thing connected to the internet are the voter rolls, okay? And we don't turn away any voter. If a person wants to vote, they can vote provisionally, and if there was a mistake or they were accidentally erased, we will count their vote. That's sort of the flavor of what it's gonna be.
Okay, we do have a barcode that we use when we register people's vote. They can put it in their phone and they can check to make sure that they are registered, or if they are, if they are still on the
Well,
register.
we have that on our app.
Okay.
They can go in, put their last name, their first name, and then bring it up.
Okay,
they're
this is
registered.
just something they can swipe with their phone and it brings
Well,
it.
that's a good idea.
So,
Yeah.
so we've been using that.
Might
I do
wanna
have-
look at that
We
too.
might want to look at that.
And I do have a question about this. I've worked at enough elections to know that after 2 or 3 times, those things start to fall apart, they won't stay up. The other question is that it's inside the building, so how are people going to know that that's their precinct? They're gonna have to walk in and look and determine?
Well, the poll worker's supposed to place it at the door, right as they enter. It's not supposed to be like inside, it's supposed to be at the entrance of where they enter, that's.
Right,
The
right.
poll workers are instructed.
But I've worked at some places where there's not a heck of a lot of room, and it's kind of put over to the side, so
Right.
people, a lot of times, they don't even see it, so I don't know how you would
I
remedy
mean, I do like that, but I understand what you're saying, if they get beat up.
Yes,
So at our next conference, they have different vendors have things that you could, we'll look at that.
Well, even if
We
you
got
took that.
these from the last conference, because
Yeah.
Melissa spoke to the person, this is a new material that they're using, it's stronger than it used to be. So these are brand spanking new material.
Like we just bought them.
But maybe what you could do is the sign that you say Immaculate Heart in the precincts, maybe put that on the outside door. So at least they know what precincts are in that location, and,
that's what I was wondering.
yeah, just for the location.
Yeah, and that's just making one more sign and putting it up at
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, you could laminate them and have them for every time.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah,
That's a
maybe
good
that,
idea.
And-
Thank you.
And actually, the
No,
reason
I'm
we
thinking
purchased
current.
those bags, we didn't have them the last time for those. If you fold those and put them in the bag, they'll protect them for a little bit longer. I mean, obviously, those won't last forever because they're paper, but.
yeah, we never had the bags before, we just had them, they put
Right.
them inside the trunks, and that's when they got beat up.
And really, you'd be surprised how hard it is to find a thing that's transportable to post all of that
Right,
material.
you're right.
I was on a hunt for a couple months, and when I saw those, I was like, ah.
We used to do it on the walls, if you remember, if you worked a long
Yeah.
time, we used to post them on the walls, it was a pain in the neck.
But I do like the idea of posting the precincts on the door, just for an extra added benefit. I mean, you get notified of your location, you get notified if there's a change, you come in, there's a sign, but it doesn't hurt to add it to the door.
And when we do speaking, there'll be at least one Democrat and one Republican board member and/or director or assistant director. Just so there's not 2 Democrats going out and talking to a group. What we want to do is say to them, when we sit up here and when we run your elections, we're not partisans. We're trying to make sure that every vote, everyone that can vote, votes, and everyone's vote that should count, should be counted.
So where are you gonna be speaking, at the libraries?
Yes, the libraries.
So the first one is August 26th, is Canfield Rotary. The first
Do you
one
want
is
a calendar?
September,
Sure.
but that's got Canfield. But that's September 1st is at Sebring Library. So
Okay.
we're not missing any of the libraries, we're going to every single one. And this is the sign-up sheet for you guys, I forgot to give it to you. That's for board members.
I do have a question. There was something that was said that they wanted someone from the League of Women Voters there also, or that is not something that's going to happen? Or not something you want to happen? I mean, we are nonpartisan, so.
I didn't remember hearing anything like that. This is something that the board initiated on its own,
Right.
from input of all the board members, to go out in the highways and byways, because there's so
Well,
much.
Yeah, someone's been sending emails to Kathy and myself about Melissa, I think?
Me.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was in conjunction that she had gotten us connected with the library,
Mhm.
so I think that's how that involvement was. Definitely hooked us up with the library. And she's gonna advertise,
right,
but we won't be co-advertising.
right.
Like our
right.
seals
Just
can't be on the
having it,
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And what I would suggest we to Melissa is you and Tom, or me and all the board members, that we hold a joint press conference and release this program. That we actually hold a press conference here.
Good idea.
We'll whip the vote, we'll whip the press, which means we'll call them and say, hey, you should cover this. And then we'll give them a schedule and we'll post it and just let the public know about safe and secure elections.
Okay.
All right?
And then also, we were really excited about the board meeting being there too. We think that's cool on the mock election day. And also, we're gonna have a TV at the Canfield Fair that's gonna loop the new Did You Knows that Casey will have done by the fair, the safe and secure.
Which ones were we holding? That's in September?
September 13th. And we did talk with your scheduler to make sure.
Okay.
Could each one of us have a copy of the schedule you want us to speak at, so we can look at the dates?
She handed us a schedule. Is there one of these for every one of us?
Yeah, you all have this, and then
Yeah.
there's a sign-up sheet, but you're gonna get it emailed to you as well.
A sign-in sheet?
A
Okay.
sign-up sheet for the four of you to decide who's gonna attend with. And John and I will be attending, and Andy's gonna be the point person for speaking. I know, everything in, but you know, we're excited.
Best secretary we ever had.
Mhm. She's an all.
Okay, did we answer all your questions?
Yeah. So-
No, don't. If you have more, please ask.
No, I mean, that's it for now. I mean, would you guys be willing to speak at another organization?
I want to speak at every organization
Okay.
that'll have us. So the answer is yes.
Okay,
If we have 10, 12-year-olds that want us to come and talk to them about safe and secure elections, sign me up. The more, I think it's our responsibility to educate the public about how elections work. Because until you sit on this board, you don't realize how secure our elections are until you sit up here. So I want to take this collective knowledge and share it with the public. Because I never realized how, I don't want to say complicated, but about how protected it is. That was the biggest shock to me, is how they go above and beyond to protect your vote and your right to vote and everything else. Like, we never just send one person out. It's always a Democrat and a Republican. You know, there's never one person in charge of anything. It's always two people. So I just want to tell the public that, because I don't think they know. I don't think they know that the night of election is an unofficial result. And that the official results aren't until we actually certify them. And so I just want to tell people that and educate them on it. All
It's
right.
exciting. You can email me if you have another group or organization, because you have my email, right? I'm Melissa. So are you Mandy?
no, I'm Jareen.
Oh, I don't see your name on there, but neither here nor there. If you have it
I
from
work with
Kathy.
Kathy with the Voter Services Committee.
Okay. Yeah, if you have another organization, just send me the contact information or the date they're interested in, I'll contact them.
Okay.
All right. Can we just set the post-election audit tomorrow? Is that something we can do tomorrow?
Certification first.
What?
Yeah, we can set that tomorrow at the board meeting.
Yeah, let's do that. And the next, well, we could finish the rest of this stuff tomorrow. We'll just do a recess now and reconvene tomorrow. At what time?
6 usually comes.
Usually 6, but right now.
Do we have a resolution board or
We
anything?
don't have any ballots that we need to bring before the resolution board yet.
So why don't we make it 6:30, because the polls don't close till 7:30, right?
Yeah.
I want dinner.
All right, 6.
No, 6:30 is fine.
You want to have dinner first?
Yeah, no, we're gonna bring dinner in for everyone.
Yeah, I ordered it.
But before the meeting.
3 o'clock, I'm picking it up at 3.
Right, okay.
So people can eat at 4. The staff.
All right, so,
6:30, okay.
yeah,
6:30, yes.
yeah, we'll have a recess here. And so everyone knows what a resolution board is. Sometimes when people mail in their absentee ballots, they get very creative on how they want to vote. So it's, the law mandates that we have to try to determine the intent of the voters. But we don't have any of those issues so far, right? Wow.
I hope you voted for me.
What?
I hope you voted for me.
I haven't voted yet. I haven't voted on election day.
We have anything to sign?
Do we have anything to sign in?
Yeah, there's a few things in there.
So we want to recess, do we need a motion to recess?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't, we don't.
Just recess.
Sounds good.
Possibly
Rodrigo,
we need a motion to
Thank you.
recess?
No.
I do have one more question.
You don't care.
Go ahead.
I noticed that some of the candidates did not put in their petition to be on the ballot. Then they have until today to petition to be
And
independent?
independent.
Independent for November.
Yeah,
Did-
we had two filed, I believe, Eric Magero and
We have to check their
Greg,
petitions.
White,
What's he running for?
59th.
Katrina did not file?
He filed as a Republican
In May.
months ago.
Oh, okay. Because he's not on a primary, that's what I'm wondering.
He's in a primary.
He's in the primary.
He's not in this primary.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is he?
Katrina is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to take a Republican ballot to see his name.
That's why I didn't see
That's
it.
right.
That's what.
That's why he doesn't-
Yeah, you can go up.